Asare was a hard-working farmer living in a quiet village. Life had never been easy for him. Each year, he hoped for better things, but his struggles only seemed to grow. His crops often failed, his family faced sickness, and he constantly felt burdened by problems he couldn't explain. Everyone in the village attended the 31st December watch night prayers, but Asare always stayed home. "Why should I go? I can pray here. God sees my heart." But deep down, Asare felt his prayers weren't enough. One year, everything went wrong. The rains came late, and his crops withered. His wife and children fell ill, and he had to spend all his savings on medicines. By December, Asare was exhausted and defeated. His neighbor Kwame stopped by one evening. "Asare," Kwame began, "you've had a tough year. Why don't you join us for the watch night prayers this time? There's power in starting the year with God." Asare shook his head. "Kwame, I've prayed before, and nothing changed. Why should this time be different?" Kwame placed a hand on Asare's shoulder. "You don't understand. The 31st prayers aren't just routine, they're spiritual warfare. Midnight is a gate, and what you do at that moment determines what follows. Come and see for yourself." December 31st arrived. Asare was restless. He thought about Kwame's words, about his family's struggles, and about how nothing he tried seemed to work. That evening, he made a decision. "What do I have to lose?" he muttered. Asare walked to the church, unsure of what to expect. The building was filled with people singing and praying passionately. He felt out of place, but stayed at the back, watching. The pastor stood at the front and spoke with authority. "Brothers and sisters, midnight is a spiritual gate. What you do as one year ends and another begins can shape your destiny. Tonight, we pray to break chains, cancel curses, and unlock God's blessings for the new year." The congregation began to pray fervently. Asare hesitated but soon joined in. "God," he whispered, "I don't know what I'm doing here, but I need your help. I'm tired of struggling." As the prayers grew intense, Asare felt something shift inside him. He remembered his past failures, the guilt of missed opportunities, and the bitterness he carried. Tears streamed down his face as he confessed his doubts and asked for forgiveness. Suddenly, he saw a vision in his mind, chains breaking and a bright light flooding his path. A heavy weight lifted from his heart, and he felt peace like never before. The new year brought unexpected blessings. Asare's farm flourished with the best harvest he had ever seen. His family's health improved, and the strange heaviness that had plagued him disappeared. For the first time in years, Asare felt hope. He visited Kwame and said, "Thank you for encouraging me to go. I've wasted so many years, but now I see the power of starting the year with God." Kwame smiled. "It's never too late, Asare. When we put God first, everything else falls into place." From that year onward, Asare never missed the watch night prayers. He would take his family to church, leading them and dedicating each new year to God. He had learned the hard way that spiritual preparation was not an option, but a necessity. As the years passed, Asare's life transformed. His farm became the most successful in the village. His children grew up healthy and strong, and peace filled his home. On December 31st of the following year, Asare stood in the church, hands lifted, thanking God for his faithfulness. As the clock struck midnight, he prayed, "Lord, thank you for being my light in the darkness. This year, I will walk with you." And so Asare's story became a testimony of the power of watch night prayers and the blessings that come from starting the year with God.